Next, let's move on to the presses. I'm gonna go a little hat backward trick for these so that you know I'm doing it legit. Okay, feet right under your hips in power or jumping stance. They're the same thing. And there are really only two stances in CrossFit. You can tell your athletes this. There's squat stance and there's jumping stance. So I can tell them jumping stance, bounce, 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 stick the landing, you are in jumping stance. Grip, thumbs distance from your hips. Bring that bar to the front rack. Get your elbows so that they're slightly in front of the bar. Pull your rib cage down by crunching and bracing through your abs. So right there, elbows in front of the bar, rib cage pulled down, standing up tall, squeeze the glutes, pull your chin back and press that bar straight up, and you will replace your head at the top. Pull your chin back out of the way, lower that bar straight down, and you'll replace your head at the bottom. So that's how I like to cue that one. And you could talk about engaging the lats and wrapping your elbows inside and keeping them tracking out in front of you. That's an additional layer you could add on, but the very basic version, just those few points I hit on. Next, push press. Same starting position. So elbows slightly in front of the bar. Brace that rib cage down by tightening those abs, squeeze your glutes, and from here we're going to dip. So I want you to see the hips drop straight down about 2 inches, stand up, and press. And reset. Screw those feet into the floor. I'll layer this on as we get going. Screw those feet in the floor so your knees are pulling out to the side. Give that nice vertical position in the torso. There's your dip, good. Now drive and press to the top. And reset. Now we're gonna put it all together. I'm gonna say go, and I want you to dip, drive, and punch to the top. So elbow slightly in front of the bar. Ready, and go. Ha! And reset. And you can do that multiple times. And, I forgot to mention, in the strict press, not only do I like to get them set up here in the starting position, but also in the finished position or the overhead position, I like to also cue them into a very organized position by keeping those abs tight. You'll often see people here say, pull that rib cage down, tighten those abs. Imagine you're bracing for this harpoon right through your abdomen. Try that cue one day. So active shoulders, abs tight, squeeze your glutes so that they're creating this strong vertical pillar to support load overhead. We definitely don't want that flaring open of the chest, because that is going to create that nasty curve in the spine that we want to avoid. All right, we want a nice organized vertical column for the spine. Lastly, the push jerk. I say put your stick down. This involves a stance change, and I work just the feet and the footwork first if there's time. I say, all right, feet right under your hips and jumping stance. Great, now move your feet out to squat stance and screw those feet into the floor, pulling your knees out to the side, sit your hips back, and press your arms up overhead. Good, now get comfortable. Know how that feels, because we're gonna land in that position in a second. So stand up, reset. All right, now when I say go, I want you to hop, you're gonna jump, and then stick the landing in that partial squat position. And know that this is not a partial squat. Partial squat means the hips go back, knees are out to the side, and weight is in the heels. And I will reinforce that with this drill. So ready, and go. Oh, pull your knees out, flutter your toes, show me that weight's in your heels, keep that chest up, stand, reset, do that maybe 4 more times. Now let's add the hands. So everybody, hands up. This time, when I say go, I want you to jump, punch, and stick the landing and hold. Ready, and go. All right, hips back, knees out to the side, flutter your toes, make sure that weight's in your heels. Excellent. Now lock those elbows out and stand. Run through that a few more times, then you can have them grab a barbell or a PVC pipe and run through that same drill. I do like to start with the footwork first, make sure that's down, and then I'll get into active shoulders, active overhead position, locked out elbows. That'll be secondary for me, even though I think it is tremendously important. That's how I teach it.